Hey everybody, welcome to the Business Launch. This is an opportunity for you guys to get the most information quickly as possible so that you can know what you need to do and be on top of your game. Just remember, as we do this, we're going to go through a lot of information really quickly, but everyone's going to be going at a different speed. You know, you can go as fast or as slow as you want. This information is just so you can make the determination on what that dial is for you. So we're going to go through, I'm Michael Glassford. If you haven't already met me, welcome to the team, and it's going to be me and Hillary Roberts going to be talking about the things that, you know, it's like the top 10 questions that everyone's always asking when we're starting. So we want to give you this video so you can take notes, or you can review the video and make sure we get these things down, and then we can hit the ground running or walking depending on your speed.
Love it. Thank you, Michael. So like you said, I'm Hillary. We are super excited to have you joining us in this opportunity. There's a lot going on, and we want to make sure that, like Michael said, you can jump right in at whatever speed you're ready to do. So to get started, let's just talk about that. You signed up, you saw an opportunity, obviously, that you wanted to take advantage of. Now what do? You should have gotten an email from corporate that gives you a password and a username. And so you'll just want to click on that link. It'll take you to lifeleadership.com. And you'll be able to follow the prompts to make sure that you're all set up and ready to go. Then you're going to want to make sure you have the app downloaded. You're going to use that same username and password. One of the prompts that you're going to need to do on the lifeleadership.com is change your password. So then you're going to go to the app, use your new username and password, and follow the prompts there to verify all your information. Because you're going to want to make sure that you can use the app right away. If you're going to be out there promoting it, you need to know how it works, and also you're just going to love it. Why not get cash back, right? So you're going to need to enter your driver's license and some credit card information. Another thing that you're going to want to do right away is to enter some cash and load that onto your wallet, because hopefully it got explained to you that if you can use cash from your e-wallet instead of using the credit card, you're going to get additional rewards as you shop. So right now, the process to get that cash from your bank onto your app takes about a week. It comes out of your bank after just a couple of days, and then it shows up in your app several days later. So be prepared that that does take a minute. So immediately go in, just do your best guess on how much you want to put in there that you think you might spend in the month, and load it on there. So you'll want to do that right away. Then the next thing that you're going to want to do is click on Shop Now and just scroll through the list of all of the merchants and take note of which ones are your favorites. You'll notice that there is a favorites section on the app, and there's a blue hyperlink that says Manage. And if you click on that, you can pick which things you want to have be your favorite, and you can get rid of the ones if it has any in there for you. That I suggest doing mostly so that you will have in your mind and know which places you shop at that are on the app. Because if you don't take a minute to look, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities to get cash back. You're going to afterwards find out, what? Shopify's on there? I had no idea. What? I just took my family to dinner at Olive Garden. I wish I'd known they were on the app. So just take a minute to scroll through, pick your favorites, take note of what's on there. And then also, anytime you share the app with someone, always recommend that they do the exact same thing. Say to them, hey, as soon as you get your app set up, make sure you click on Shop Now and scroll through, look for your favorites. You're going to want to tell them to do the same thing, because otherwise they're going to forget to use the app. So that's just good advice all around. Once you have your app up and running, the other thing you will want to do is click on the very bottom of it, bottom left, it says Member Only. And you're going to want to click on that. And a lot of the things we're going to be talking to you about tonight are found in that area where you click on Member Only. But then you will see a green button toward the top that says something like Get Started. It might be a little bit different than that, but basically it's click here to get going. And then just follow the prompts. They've done a great job of, in that section, introducing you to kind of some of the same things we're going to be talking about here, and a few new things, but just understanding our company and understanding what's available to you. So you're going to want to just follow through with that and do the things that it says. So those are the main things. Get your account set up, and then start going through that member only section.
So once you get your account set up and you're familiar with the app, the next step is to share the app. You know, you sell a subscription to a super app. That's what we do. We provide a platform. We don't sell anything, we sell everything. So share the app. That's how you make money. Share the app, whether it's free, whether it's 15, whether it's 30, share the app. Whether they're interested in being a customer or being a member, share the app. It all starts with sharing the app. And it's never been so easy as that. You know, I don't have to tell people that they need to use super, goo for their hair or drink amazing drinks for their skin tone or whatever it is. You know, those products are fantastic, but we don't have to worry about it. Just share the app. And so that's where it comes down to. Everything is designed to share the app. So the first way that you can share the app is by becoming familiar with some of the scripts that are available to you, whether you're going to send a text out, whether you're going to make a phone call, and what kind of invitation that you're making. Well, you're going to invite them to do a one-on-one, or you're going to invite them to a house plan, or you're going to invite them to one of the larger meetings, an open, a seminar, or convention. And so there's scripts for all of that. They're very simple. They're very easy to follow. And there's lots of good information in the packs that we'll talk about in a minute, the audios that you can listen to in Marketing System on how to use those scripts. Chris Brady talks a million miles a minute, and he'll just make you mesmerized in the fact that you can do this too, because it really is that easy. You know, when I first started, I had that heart palpitation that I can't call somebody and ask them to show a thing. That's hard. That's weird. That's too salesy. And then I stopped and I realized I sit across the desk from people every day and tell them to spend thousands of dollars on a legal service. And I don't even blink about that. What's so hard about calling someone and saying, hey, I got a free app to share with you. You got to check this out, because it's not only free, you're going to make money with it. So there's a way to be authentic about it and approach it, but not necessarily be salesy. And the way is follow the script. The script is designed to get that information out as quick and as easy as possible, whether you're on the phone, whether you're on a text or in person. And it helps you. It's designed to help you share the app. So make sure that you get familiar with the script and use it. If you go to members only, and then at the top, Hillary can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's an icon that says contacting with 3 bubbles in a talk bubble. That's where you're going to find all your scripts, and it will give you an opportunity to put in somebody's name there that you've downloaded from your contacts, or you can just say go ahead without anyone in the place, and you can go through those scripts, and it's almost like a choose your own adventure, because it'll say and then this and then this, and so you can follow that along and get familiar with it, but really just share the app. So the scripts are there for you to help you get that down. And a lot of the times you're just going to be in a meeting or in an opportunity, and you're going to say, hey, I just want to share something with you right now. That's okay too. You don't have to make a phone call to share the app, but you got to start somewhere. So making the phone calls, making the texts, reaching out to people, and remember, it's a personal touch. If it was as easy as just putting an advertisement on Facebook, don't you think the company would do that and they wouldn't have us? It's because they can't do that without us. It's a personal touch. It's a personal connection to share the app, to help people see the value of it and get them going. So that was a lot on script.
I want to say one thing about that really quick, though. I learned late the value of the script, because my personality is this is such an awesome app, and there is so much that is amazing, and I just want to tell everybody everything. Like, oh my gosh, check this out. And by the time I'm done talking, people are probably like, what in the heck is this lady talking about? That's the whole point of the script, is to make it super easy. And really the script is basically, hey, have you heard of the Life app yet? It's a free cashback app, and they're even paying people to make money. I'd love your opinion on it. Can I send you a video? It's super, super easy script, and it's based on the concept of just get excited so that they want to know what you know, and don't really tell them anything. And then we'll talk about ways that we can get them the information where you don't have to be the one that knows it all. So it's a lot easier on you. The chance of them understanding the big picture better is a lot easier too. So just don't throw up on everybody everything you know. The script is to help have a very simple way to talk to people.
Exactly. And it's not that we're withholding information, it's that the more simple we are in presentation, the less amount of questions we're going to have to answer right up front and lose them because we've vomited information all over them. You're the same way. You know, if you're approached by your kids and they're like, blah, 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 you're like, you know, just we're done. Just I'm going to go golfing. We're like that. So don't overload people with sharing the app either. Just keep it simple. That's why the script is there. If it doesn't sound like you or it doesn't fit the situation, you know, we're not working for a certain computer company. You can change the script a little bit, be personable, but follow the script as best as possible. How is that for not dissing a certain computer company that comes in a box? Anyways, we talked about the marketing videos. So these are awesome tools that we have. There's a 2-minute and a 5-minute, and they're always changing it and adding a little bit on. And so watch for that. Be familiar with what the videos are actually saying, because here again, you can say, friend, I've got this video. I'd love to get your opinion on it, or I'd love to get your feedback on it. However the script says that, and then send it to them. And you can actually wait the 2 to 5 minutes, or you can do something really cool because we have the tech. You can see that they've watched it, and you can see that in the app, in the back office. Hillary, where do they find that?
Yeah, so if you just, once again, you click on that members only area and then click on marketing system, then you're going to click on share life, and then you will see marketing videos. And in that, you'll find a whole bunch of videos, but the one that pops up automatically is the 5-minute video. And the one right after that is another simple 2-minute video. So just look at those, be familiar with them. But between those two, the 2-minute video or the 5-minute one, which is called Super App Intro, those are really great ways to introduce people.
How can they see that the people have watched it?
Well, when you go to send it, once you click on marketing videos and you pick which one you want, there will be a little spot where you can type in something and it says optional. I always recommend typing in the name of whomever you're sending this to before you click send, because then if you do that same thing where you go to member only marketing system and scroll all the way to the bottom, there will be something that says CRM/send out log. And if you click on that, then you click on the little button that says share life on the top, it will show you everybody that you've sent videos to. And if you put their name there, you'll know who you sent it to. Otherwise, it'll just say, oh, you sent a video on Tuesday at 3:30. Congratulations. And you'll have no idea because you won't remember. So definitely put a name there. And then it will just show you how many times that video has been watched, which is a really great tool because you can tell if they haven't watched it yet, you can follow up with them, you know, assuming they haven't watched it. If they have watched it 6 or 7 times, then you better be calling them right away because there's a good chance they're super excited and maybe even are sharing it with others. So I love that we have the ability to do that.
This is the age of metadata, and information is awesome, and applied information is power. So you know that they've watched it, reach out and say, what did you think? And then just listen. And when, you know, they're going to sell themselves on the app because they've watched the video and the videos are pretty awesome, and they've been designed that way, and they're designed to pique people's curiosity and ask additional questions. So the follow-up is, let's share the app with you. Let's get it to you and get it in your phone. And then you want to prep them a little bit because there's 3 hurdles in sharing the app. They have to download it, then they have to upload their information. And at that point, then you'll see them on your back office as a customer, and then they have to play with it. They have to use it. They don't necessarily have to go buy things tonight, but have them, like Hillary said, scroll through like you did when you got familiar with the app in phase 1 here. Scroll through, mark the places that you do shop at, and mark the places that you will now shop at because you're going to save money. Like CVS, I would never go to CVS. It's on the app now, so I go to CVS. So it's going to change a few of your behaviors as well. You can point that out to people, and then make your favorites. Encourage them to make their favorites again, because they're just getting familiar with the app that you've now shared with them. And then it gets even more exciting because you can, when you share the app, I should say, there's 2 choices. You can share it to a potential customer or share it to a potential member. Let's just share it to potential customers. Let's start them on that process. Let's get it to them that way. And when they're ready to enroll, then we can enroll them, and we'll talk about that coming up. But we've got some tools here. We can an email notification of new customers, so we'll see when they've downloaded and uploaded. We get that email notification. Then in my business, you can go to my customers and see again that they're there, and then if they've entered the information, their email and their phone number, and it's going to be there, which is useful later on as well. And then last, you can go to volume in my business and my volume in the back office, and then you can see how they're using it. And that's also key for what we talk about as far as being able to use the app to leverage for business to business, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I like being able to just track who's using it because it can change how you follow up with them. And that's something, yeah, that we can talk about one-on-one because each situation will be different. One of the other things we wanted to talk to you about is the marketing system. So one of the really cool things that they do when you first sign up is they give you the marketing system free for 30 days. Why do they do this? Because they want you to experience and know for yourself how powerful these tools are. So then once you want to stay on it, it's only $75 a month. So everything that you need, and I'll tell you what's in that, is only $75 a month, which if you were to look is super, super low for the industry, very low. But we wanted to make it easy for people to get access to all those things. So what do you get on Marketing System? You're going to be able to send the videos that we just talked about and track who has watched them. You can't do that without Marketing System. You also are going to get 8 or more audios every month that have all of the newest information. So every month we'll talk about seminars and open meetings and things that are going on. And they record all those and look for the best talks that teach the best tools to help you right now in your business with where we are right now. And every month you'll get at least 8 new audios that you can listen to. You also get access to something called Lifeline. When you first click on Lifeline, there's a couple different sets of messages there. There's some that come directly from your team, and then there's some that come from the entire Life organization. So take note that there's a couple different tabs there. But I suggest getting in the habit of looking at that every day. Some of those lifelines are going to apply to you more than others. But what a lifeline is anybody in the company can record themselves for like a minute, minute and a half max, just sharing their experience, something cool that happened to them that they feel like other people would benefit from knowing. And you record that, it gets sent to your upline leaders who can then add to that and add a testimonial and continue to send it up and up and up. And then Orrin Woodward takes the best of those that he feels like applies to everybody and sends them out to everybody. So if you watch that, you're basically going to get an idea of what's happening around the world with our organization. And you want to specifically watch for any of them that are from Orrin and Chris, because that's where they give us the latest information. As soon as the super app launched, we knew because Chris Brady got on and did a lifeline. So we knew exactly when it was going to launch and we knew what it was going to mean and how that was going to work. So Lifeline is a really important way of staying up to date on everything. Otherwise, you start seeing messages and you're like, wait, when did this change? Wait, why did this happen? So if you listen and watch Lifeline, you'll be up to date on everything that's going on. The other thing you get with Marketing System is the ability to send 2 audios out to people each month. Sometimes you'll listen to an audio in your Marketing System that you're like, oh, that would really help so-and-so. Well, now you can send a couple of those out every month. That can be really beneficial. The other thing you get that I love is Rascal Radio. So if you go under members only again, then Marketing System, My Training, and then click on Life Training Radio, it will take you to the portion of Rascal Radio, which is a bigger thing that we offer with a whole bunch of personal development audios, but it will take you just to the life training portion of that. So remember how I said you get 8 new audios every month? There's been tons and tons of audios in the past because we've all been getting 8 audios every month for as long as we've been in this organization. If you have access to all of those, that's what that life training radio is. So if you click on that, you don't get to pick which audio you listen to, you just click play but you're going to get a lot of really great information on there. And I should also just mention really quick, we're constantly changing and upgrading and updating, and every now and then you'll hear something that doesn't make sense or you're not sure what it is. So every now and then there's some outdated information, but as long as there's a principle in there that's going to help you and teach you, it will stay in the system. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask, but sometimes you'll hear reference to things that aren't there. So just take a minute. This is what I would recommend. Click on that members only marketing system and look around in there, because I only shared some of the big things that you'll use regularly. There's a lot in there. So check it out, try it out, use it. You've got it free for 30 days. But then as soon as you're ready to commit and recognize that this is going to really help you, you'll see a button on there where you can pre-enroll, so that way your marketing system never lapses. So it won't charge you till that 30 days is over. But then the second the 30 days is over, it will charge you the $75. That's all you have to pay for it. And you'll continue to have access to all of the things you get with Marketing System. So click on that Marketing System, check it out, and you're going to love it. Like it's amazing what they offer, and it's not uncommon for them to add new things regularly. So you want to be on top of your business, and that's the way to do it.
So something to consider also is in Marketing System, I think the first maybe 10 seconds I was in life, I was like, oh, $75, that's expensive, and that's reoccurring every month. Well, in my law office, I pay $150 a month in paper. And, I used to pay $5,000 a month in rent to the building that I used, and $4,200 a month for my secretarial staff, and everyone that was in the office. So $75 a month to start a business, not too shabby. I once I put it into perspective, it was okay. I can roll with that. And also in Marketing System are the packs, and the packs are the information that you need to learn the business, learn the system, to fill your mind with the positive energy that you're going to need as an entrepreneur, that you're already seeking as an entrepreneur. And it answers all the questions that you're going to be generating for yourself. You'll find it right in the packs. And so the rightly named, the first night pack is the pack that you'll want to listen to first, but it'll also be the pack that you want to share with your the people that you're sharing the app with, so they can understand what's going on and catch the vision of what they can actually do with this. And then you just go through the packs. There's 10 packs, and there's several talks in each of the packs, and it's invaluable information. I was sharing with Hillary the information that I learned from the packs. I implemented into my law office, and tonight I got my first legal client because of what I implemented into the pack, or from the packs into my own law office. So there's value in it across the board, and that's where we learn the system. And so it's really important to plug into those audios, and we'll talk more about how we do that as we go down. But I just can't emphasize enough that that's where the magic is. The magic's the system. Listen to the audios. I know some of them are a little rah-rah. That's okay. Be patient, keep listening, and if you want to be successful in the business, then follow the people that have had success by listening to them in the packs. So I'll get off my high horse on that one, but I'm really excited about the packs, if you couldn't tell.
Well, and Michael, I loved when we were doing that house plan at your house, and your wife piped in and said she basically still doesn't completely understand what we're doing in this business, but she loves it already, because from you listening to the packs and applying the packs, she could tell a difference in you in every aspect of your life. And I love that. Like, we're trying to help you succeed in a business, but by doing that and following the things we have, you're going to succeed at life. You're going to find it carrying over to every aspect of what you have. So I'm glad you mentioned that. That is a very important part of what we have a Marketing System.
And I already thought I was pretty cool. And then, 30 days later, I was even cooler, because, the packs helped me unlock my next level potential for those video gamers out there. I'm not a video gamer, but that sounded like a cool analogy just then. So let's talk about Super App. When your people come in, when you come in, you get the Super App the $30 subscription for the first 30 days for free, or it's part of your entry. And so let's take advantage of that. Really get to know the app. Make sure that you, like Hillary said, upload some money to your e-wallet. It's going to take 7 days to get there. So, you know, we're a fourth of the way into the month already before we get to start playing with that. But really take advantage of making as many dibs as you can from using the e-wallet, seeing how that all works. The best way to learn how the system works is to use it. And so play with the super app, understand how dibs work, how cashback works, where the 1% dibs, 2% dibs, 4% dibs applies. And just really quick, because you know it really confused me at first. On all versions of the app, everyone gets the same amount of cash back from the merchants. Cashback is on all versions, right? So when we get into dibs, we get dibs because we use the e-wallet, and that's a reward for behavior of using our cash in the e-wallet. And on the free app, we get 1%. On the $15 app, we get 2% back. And then on the $30 app, we get 4%. Is that correct, Hillary?
That is correct. And the reason that we have that extra money available to give you in dibs is that when you're using cash, we don't have to pay the credit card processing fees. So now that money is available to give to the app users, which is pretty awesome.
So yeah, it's fun to see money just piling up that, you know, I didn't have before because I spent money. That's exciting for a guy. I don't know about the girls, but
it's exciting.
I don't like shopping, but when I'm shopping and I'm seeing that my shopping is making me money, I kind of like shopping now. So that's awesome. You got 30 days to play with the app. At the end of the 30 days, it's going to renew. So if you're not watching for that, then you're going to pay $30 again for the next month, which is awesome because then you continue to get your highest dibs. We didn't even talk about trip credits. On the $15 app, there's no trip credits for the free. And then on the 15, you get up to 5% back trip credits, and then you get up to 10% back on the 30. And we're all going on the cruise together. That's one of our team goals because I'm really looking forward to getting sunburned on the cruise because, you know, I don't tan. I just burn.
I'm already sunburned. Do you see I'm orange? And
we did this just for you. This is the sunburn that you'll get on the cruise. So look forward to that. So we have all these opportunities to get rewards back and take advantage or take part of the gamification that the app is providing, which gets you excited, keeps you using it, and it keeps our customers and our team using it because it's useful. They're making money if they're getting a return on their investment, and that's hard to do nowadays. So at the end of the 30 days, if you need to drop down to the 15 or even the free, that's available. You can do that. You're not going to get faulted. That's not going to trip your membership up. You're not going to not earn Power Player, and we'll talk about that in a second because you don't have the super app, but you just don't have the ability to make as many rewards back. So that's a personal choice. Make the decision for yourself, but at least explore it in the first 30 days so you can make the most educated decision for yourself.
Yeah, and I love how if you go under, you'll notice on your app, if you click on home, that takes you to the actual app that you can spend at the merchants, right? So if you click on that home, and then you'll find a place where it says app subscription. If you click on that, it'll take you to a chart that is super easy to look at, side-by-side comparison of what you get with free, standard, and super subscriptions. So you can look right there and see what's different. And that's an easy way to, as people ask you questions, that's an easy way to give the answers. And then just keep in mind that you get dibs and cash back through shopping at the merchants. That's all of the big name merchants that we have on there. You get immediate cash back. You get dibs if you pay with cash from your e-wallet. So that's the Delta, the Home Depot, the Jiffy Lube, the Krispy Kreme, you know, whatever it is, that's that. The trip credits are going to come from the marketplace, which launches October 1st. Depending on when you're watching this, there may already be a lot of merchants in there or not. So as you shop there, you're going to get the trip credits. So you'll get more information on that, but at least you kind of have a general understanding. So let's talk about how you get paid. I know that that's something we all want to know. So the first thing I want to mention is that you get paid on the 15th of the month for all of the previous month. So you get paid for, all of March on April 15th and all of June on July 15th. Ish, like that 15th might change depending on which day of the week it falls on. What do you get paid on? The first thing you get paid on is customers. So that can be anybody that you have start using the app that does not sign up to be a member. We'll get to members in a minute. So this is just people that you give the app to. They take the app, they go start buying stuff with it. They're getting cash back. They're happy as a lark. And meanwhile, anytime they're getting cash back, you're also going to earn a little bit of that and get some money on that. So you get paid on your own customers. So let's say that I sign up Michael. I try to sign him up as a customer, but he's like, no way, this is awesome. I want to earn money on it. So he signs up as a member. Now anybody he talks to is going to be his customers. I'm not going to make money on his customers, but him having customers and being a member that's signed up from me is going to make a difference in how much I get paid on my own personal customers. No matter what, everybody makes 15% of the volume that is created from their customers. And I don't want it to get super confusing, but I'll just say this, we're in 20 different countries in all different currencies. And so volume is basically assigned to everything so that we don't have to say, oh, it's this much in dollars and it's this much in yen and it's this, we can just say this is what the volume is. And then you get paid on the volume the same no matter what country you're in. So volume is created by everybody that's on the super app. Volume is created when anybody spends money on the super app. Volume is created when anybody buys any of the products that we have, uses any of the subscriptions that we have. You'll soon learn that we have a whole bunch more available within our organization than just the app. But anytime anybody uses any of those, volume is created. And you always get paid 15% on any volume that is created from your customers. Then you also get a bonus amount. In addition to that 15%, you'll get up to 30% more of the volume. What determines that amount is how much total volume is created by you and anybody else on your team that signed up after you or effectively is below you. So as I sign up Michael and he's sharing with customers, and maybe he signs up his mom and she's sharing with customers, and maybe she signs up a friend and she's sharing with customers, all of these people with everything they're doing are creating more volume. And as that volume goes up, I'm going to get paid even more on my customers. So there's a benefit to both signing up customers and to signing up members. So if you're sharing it with somebody and they want to earn the residual income and they sign up as a member, it's still going to help you because the volume they create will make it so you get paid even more from your own personal customers. Also, you get paid, let's see. So did that make sense, Michael?
Yes.
Was that too much?
No, I think it was perfect.
Okay.
You might have to listen to that section a few times. I've had to listen to that section a few times.
Yes.
Well, I've had to ask Hillary to say it many, many times, which is why we're doing the video, because she's like, Mike, I'm done saying this. I'm going to watch the video.
It's really so Michael can listen over and over. Yes. So the big thing to remember is you don't get paid on anyone else's customers. You only get paid on your own customers. But the fact that other people have customers, so then I'm like, should I help Michael go and talk to other people? That's not going to benefit me. I don't get paid on his customers. No, but it's going to benefit you because those customers still make it so that I earn more on mine. So I think that's more the big picture, is just to make sure you realize that that whole team volume really does make a difference on what you get paid. The other thing that we wanted to talk about, and I'll mention quickly too, you also get paid on your own personal volume. So anything that you buy, so I bought my super app subscription this month, but I'm going to get paid on 15% plus 30%. So I'm going to get 50% back on what I paid for my super app subscription. So there you go. You can pay for your own subscriptions that way. The other way that you get paid is, so that's just customers. You're sharing the app, you get paid on customers. The other way you can get paid is on volume created through our company compensation plan. So as you are talking to people about the app, and some people are saying, wait, I want to be a member, then you start adding them to the team. And what you'll need to do is add at least 2 people into what we call our tap line. When you first joined, you're part of an existing team. And basically, it's just a straight line of individuals all working together. And when any of them shares the app with somebody else and they want to be a member, then that person goes into the next spot and the next spot. And it doesn't matter who talked to them, whether Michael talked to them or I talked to them. They're still going to go to the next place that's within our team. And what's nice about that is that it allows you to work together as a team. So you don't have competition. We're not creating an environment where everybody has to, who can talk to him first? Who can talk to him first? It doesn't matter who talked to him first. You can work together and that person will still go to the exact same place that they would have been before. So are you screen sharing on purpose, Michael? Yes, you are.
Sorry,
I
was
love
on
it.
mute so I wouldn't be loud, but I'm screen sharing this tap line or taproot. What do we call it?
Yes, so the tap root, the main line, the main leg, any of those is the same thing. So there's me, I'm Hillary. I shared with Michael. You know, we went out and he shared with, what letter are you going to put there? Somebody else and somebody else. And we just do this straight line down. Now, if you want to tie into the compensation plan though, you're going to need to start a second leg. So everybody who comes in, Michael, Sam, Hillary, everybody's adding at least 2 people to the main leg. But then Michael says, I want to earn money through the compensation plan. He starts a second leg with Angie on top, and then Sharon, and then, you know, whoever else. So he's now effectively working on 2 legs. So you start with the main leg and make sure you add at least 2 people there, and then you can start into a second leg, and we will help you get started with that. But you need to have a second team going to really tie into the main benefits of our compensation plan. So your goal is this. It's 2. You want to go get customers, and then you want to also help anybody at all that's in either of your legs go what we call 10 and 5 or power player. As often as possible, every month is the big goal. You want to try and have at least 10 new people added in one leg and 5 new people added in the other leg. And that is what's called power player. And that, the first time you do that, you're looking at getting $100 to $200 just through the compensation plan that month. You're also going to still get paid on customers and other things, but hey, there's some bonus. You get a little bit more. You know, the next month that you go out and do that, you help somebody else become power player where they have 10 and 5. And now you're going to be getting more like $400 or $500 a month. And it can very quickly go up. So there's 2 main goals within that. One is the big one, the overriding goal is 10 and 5. And it doesn't matter if the 10 is in your second team and the 5 is in your first team. The goal is just to try and make sure you go at least 10 deep in one team and at least 5 deep in the other. And you want to try and do that every month. Okay, the other thing is, now that you've got that structure going, you want to try and help each of those people also start a second team and also try and go 10 and 5. And as they do that, that's going to open them up to more bonuses where they're going to make more money. Plus now you're going to make more money also. So you want to go power player yourself, then you want to help others go power player. And the faster that you do that, and the more people you do power player, once you get up to right around 60, 80 people on your team, and that is based on what we've done in the past. With this app, there is a really good chance it'll be less people. But you know, once you start doing that a couple times with that power player, you're going to hit what we call the leader level. And with the leader level, you're going to be making $1,500 to $2,000 or more every month. And that's kind of the foundation that if you're interested in the compensation plan, we try and help you get to that as quickly as you can. And then you're welcome to learn more and go even further in the plan, but that's kind of our main goal. So add customers, add members, 10 and 5, that's called Power Player. If you want to know more information on the compensation plan, you can go under members only, then go under my business, my forms, and you'll have to scroll down just a little bit and you'll see something that says member compensation plan. And you'll want to click on that. And that will give you more details on exactly what our compensation plan is. But that hopefully gives you at least an introduction so you can kind of know the customers are going to get you immediate volume right away. So if you can sign up customers, but meanwhile, if you see the value and start working on adding members, the amount that you can get from the compensation plan is rather mind-blowing. So I highly recommend looking up that compensation plan and looking to see what you can make.
Excellent. And those are some confusing topics. So it's worthwhile to rewind and listen again and look at my horrible graphics that I was drawing as Hillary was talking.
I thought that was helpful. Very nice.
It takes a minute to get this stuff. And then once you've seen it in action, then you can build on that. But it's what Hillary was sharing is critical in understanding, how you get paid, and getting paid is a big motivation. And so let's make sure that we understand how that's going to work. And, honestly and obviously the first month of work isn't going to be a big payday. It might not be a big payday the second month, but what you're doing as you plug in, you really truly are building your pipeline. And it's going to take a little while before water is able to flow through, revenue is able to flow through that pipeline. So we need to be patient. We need to share that with our spouses. We need to share that with ourselves, because sometimes we'll forget ourselves. Why am I doing this? Because we have an end goal. And we started with the dream. We've talked about the dream with you, specifically what your dream is. We've shared our dreams. We have some pretty big dreams. And so I need a really big pipeline to fill that dream. And that's okay. It's going to take some time. And to start that pipe flowing, it's going to really depend on some vital behaviors that we need to have in our business, in our daily life, in our daily interactions that will make all the difference. And life teaches us that we need to read, listen, and associate. Really? It's that simple? Yeah, it really is that simple. We need to be reading, listening, and associating. So what does that mean? Well, reading. We all know the brain science. We all know the science behind holding a tactile book and reading a book and using your eyes and your brain and reading. We don't need to go into that. But there's power in reading good literature. And now we're not talking about, my books that I write. Self-plug. If you want to, you can. But no, really, 15 minutes a day minimum, we need to be reading from the best books. And life has what they call the top 5 books. And these are books that are written from industry giants as far as personal development and business development that aren't necessarily people from life. And so these top 5 books will give you a window into personality development, into the magic of thinking big. The best way to say it is just use their titles, because that's what they're about. How to raise yourself from success or from failure to success. The Dale Carnegie book, what is that?
How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah, and which one have I not tickled on yet?
I'll have to think. Oh, it's going to come to me. I was going to say, if anybody wants to look, because even if we mention them and you want to remember, all you have to do is under that member only section, if you scroll to the bottom and click on shop for products, then just scroll to the professional development and you'll see all of those top 5 books on there.
You can buy the books there, and there's a price tag, but that comes with PV and customer value and all that stuff. So that's exciting. Or you can go to Amazon and get them there. If you're an Audible person, you can get them on Audible. Most of them are, if you have a Kindle subscription, are a free read on Kindle if you're paying for that service. So there's lots of different ways to get the books, but
here we go. I got it. Oh, it's the one I'm reading right now. How could I forget this one? And it is so good. It's, or did you say that one? How I Raced Myself from Failure to Success in Selling?
We got that one.
Did you say that? Okay, so then How to Win Friends and Influence People, how to have confidence and power in dealing with people.
That's the one.
Yep, that's the one.
And then Personality Plus.
Yeah, Personality Plus and The Magic of Thinking Big. Those round them out.
All good books. And you'll hear people talking about Think and Grow Rich. That's also a great book to start reading to change your mindset. And really, that's what we're doing. And you'll read in Magic of Thinking Big that your brain is consuming the material that you're reading every day. That's the nutrients for the brain. And so you're broadcasting what you're putting in. And if we're putting in, Netflix episodes and the news junkies, that we're hearing from, the radio on the way home from work, that's great. But just understand that's what you're assimilating and that's what you're processing and that's what you're broadcasting. And so if you want to broadcast better source material and you want to attract better things in your life, read better things. So the top 5 books is going to help you get there a lot sooner and a lot quicker, and it's going to change your mindset so you can actually have some success in this new business venture that you're on, whether you're walking, jogging, or running through it. Again, your speed's going to depend on you, and that's fine, and we're here to help you run whatever pace you want to run. But the top 5 books, reading 15 minutes a day, is really going to develop your ability to pick your pace. And the next, and this is the reason why I suggest reading those books, because next you're going to be doing a lot of listening anyways. We're going to be listening to at least 3 audios per day. And in your library, on your Life Accelerator, you can listen to audios there. And then there's the packs that I talked about. And I listened to 2 talks from the packs a day, and then 1 talk or one audio from a different source, whether that's the audios for the monthly picks in the marketing system or the Life Accelerator, wherever that's going to come from. You're listening to 3 a day. On average, they're about 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes they're a little bit shorter. They're just gold. And again, it goes back to what you're putting into your brain is what you're going to be putting out or processing and emitting. And so what better way to learn the system than to hear from the people that have had the system work for them. And so again, there's a little bit of rah-rah in there. There's a little bit of clapping, a little bit of people, the sanguines going, woo! And you'll learn what a sanguine is. It's not a penguin. But you're going to be listening to this stuff all day, whenever you can. And it's just going to change your outlook, and it's going to give you the energy and the mental focus that you need to go into this new business, because it is a new business for you. You might have been in sales before. You might have been in, like me, I'm an attorney. I do high volume, high dollar sales, but my best month is 10 clients. Yesterday, I shared the plan 10 times in one day. So it's a different kind of speed, a different kind of running that you may not be used to. So listening to the audios is going to get you up to speed as fast as possible, so you can not just answer questions, but you can point to the audio that they need to listen to answer their question. Because the people that they're listening to are the ones that have had success with it. We will have success with it, but they have had success with it. And that is a big difference if you can leverage that kind of power with the people that you're trying to teach. And the only way you're going to know that is by listening to the audios. So read, listen, and then finally associate. So we have lots of opportunities to associate with other life members and other business people. But the 3 top ones are coming to the opens. And in Utah, that's Tuesday night. In our area, that's down at the Scout Shop in Orem off of 800 North. And an open is an opportunity, again, to leverage the success of people who have had success. Bring our people to the open and say, look, here's Rob Robson, here's Manasseh Fotu. They've had success. They know what they're talking about. Listen to them. You're going to hear the same thing coming out of their mouths that you've heard coming out of my mouth, except they got the dollars behind them. We're still working on that. And that means something to the people that are learning. So as we're at the opens and then the seminars, which are once a month, usually on the second Saturday of the month. And so it's a 4-hour seminar. Is that about right, Hillary?
Yeah, that's about right. Then they always have an extra thing at the end for those that qualify. But yeah, the general seminar is from 6 until 10.
So the opens, as far as I've experienced, is it's a come and see. It's check out what's going on, what's available for you. It's really, the opens aren't for us, the members. It's for us to leverage, to introduce concepts and ideas to new people. And in that process, it is for us because we get to associate with our other members. But it's not necessarily new information we're learning. It's just an opportunity to teach the same information through different lenses. Then when we're at the seminar, it's another opportunity to associate, be with life members and the people that are going through the same experiences as you are. But now it's a deeper level of training and of edifying the people that are really working hard. People get to go up on the stage and, do their sanguine woo because they hit power play or they hit go-getter. Even Hillary and I went up there against protest, but we still went up there and said, woo, we were go-getter. That was fun. And then last, the convention. The convention is 3 times a year. Is that right?
Yep. It'll be 3 times a year. It'll be February, June, and October. February, June, October.
The convention was my first experience in life, and my first in-depth experience in life. I knew Hillary for a few months before that, and I've had other people from life talk to me about the process. The convention was where I really got to hear and see and feel all the possibilities of what life can do for me, for my business, for my family, and for my dreams. And so that sounds rah-rah. It is a little bit. I'm not a rah-rah guy, but there's something that happens at the convention that gives you the opportunity to say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit, or I'm going to recommit. And that's magic. But also, again, this read, listen, and associate. As we're spending time at these places, it opens at seminars and conventions, and associating with people. And you hear it all the time. You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. There's pros and cons to that statement. There's truths and falses to that statement. But really, you are going to be like the people that you hang out with. So if you want to have success in life, hang out with the successful people that are enjoying that in life. And where you're going to find them? At opens, seminars, and conventions.
Yeah. Now, a couple things. You mentioned go-getter when you were speaking, and that's something we should have mentioned. That's one of the big things that we talk about in this organization. And what that means is that you shared this opportunity. Sometimes you'll hear it called, they'll say the plan, but basically that means introduce this opportunity to 15 new people every month. That's the minimum goal. If you want to see growth, then that's the minimum goal. Feel free to do more. Those people who are growing fast are doing a lot more. But if you just at least set that as a goal, 15 per month, then you'll be recognized as go-getter. The other thing I wanted to mention, because Michael mentioned how we have our open meetings in Orem on Tuesday nights. There's also on Thursday nights in Ogden. So if you know somebody, no matter what state they're in, if you go under members only and then click on event schedule, then you can select whichever state you want to, and you can play around in there and see whether or not they have open meetings. There's a tab that you can click on that says seminar, so you can find out whether or not they have a seminar coming. And so that gives you an idea if there's a live event that somebody you know can actually go and attend. And Michael, you were spot on with the whole goal of the opens is for you to bring somebody else there, introduce them, and then also just have that chance to get together as a group, learn from each other some more. I cannot recommend seminars and conventions enough. I'm with Michael. When I first signed up, every new thing that I found out we were doing that costs a little bit of money, I'm like, oh, something else they want my money for, something else they want my money for. And then I started realizing the value of what we get at these things and what they're charging us versus what the industry norm is for something similar. People pay thousands of dollars to go to weekend conventions to learn leadership principles and skills. Hi, we pay $175 or less. It's only $120 for your first convention, and it's only $160 if you buy your tickets at the previous convention. So there's a way to get it for less. But even if you pay only $175 for an entire weekend where you're going to hear from at least one of the top 50 leadership and management experts in the world, along with people that they have mentored and that have had amazing success in this organization, and they're going to teach you how to have success in it. They're going to teach you how to be a better person. You're going to come out of there with a whole new level of understanding and commitment. It is worth way more than that $175. That is all we have to pay for the seminars, or for the conventions, sorry. And then the seminars are $40. So same thing, where you get 4 hours, and they fly in, especially here in Utah, but everywhere, they fly in the top people to be able to teach you. So yes.
Chris Brady gives a talk about the 95 percenters, and I encourage you to find that talk in the PAX. I think it's in PAC 3.
Is it the 95 and the 5 versus the 5%?
5, yeah.
It's in PAC 2.
In 2.
Chris Brady, PAC 2, 95%. Yep. Yeah, really good.
I encourage you to listen to that one, but really it's a mind shift. You know, I can say I have to pay $175 to go to a convention, or I could say I could invest $175 in myself to go to a convention and make a lot of money because of what I learned there. So it's just a mind shift, and we all have to go through it, and we all have to go through it sometimes several times, depending on the mood and the time of day and what donut we had in the morning. But the idea here is that these costs are not costs. These are expenses. These are investment in your business, in yourself. And if you file bankruptcy tomorrow, you don't lose anything that's in your head ever. And barring any medical,
both good or bad, right?
Barring any medical issues, but you get to keep what's in here. The government doesn't get to take that away from you, or the bank doesn't get to take that away from you. And so every dollar that you can spend on increasing your mind and your positive outlook and your mental acuity is great. So yeah, there's going to be some cost in this, and yeah, it's going to stretch us sometimes, but this is in the long run for you and for your family and for your dream. So yeah, there's some costs, 175, 40, it adds up, but really it fails in comparison to what the outcome is. And when we put it into perspective, I paid $60,000 to go to law school, and that's still pretty cheap for law schools. I did it in 2 years, so it was cheaper. But $60,000. Nobody told me I was crazy for doing that. Nobody told me that that was a waste of my money or my time. But some people will say $175 just to go to a convention. They're thinking 95% thinking, and that's great for them. We don't need to put them down, but you're bigger than that, and you have an opportunity here to invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I am like the conventions. When I first went, that was me. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money. And then I went, and it made such a big difference. And then I took my daughter with me to one, and I felt like, for her, I'm like, yes, it's worth it, because I see I know what it can do for her. It's worth it. So sometimes it's just personally hard to think of that, but you're exactly right. That whole difference between an expense and an investment, and Chris Brady talks about that. An expense is something you pay and you never expect to get anything in return from it. An investment is something you pay expecting to get something in return. And that is exactly what you can expect from everything in this company, whether it's marketing system, whether it's going to a seminar or convention. Everything that we have available, you will get value from, and it helps you succeed in this business. And what is possible in this business is mind-blowing, and it's exciting, and it's humbling, because it's going to put us in an amazing opportunity to help so many people. And I feel blessed every day to have gotten involved in this organization, and not to mention all the people. I mean, there's just so many benefits. We could go on and on. That's a different one. So tune in for the next Michael and Hillary show, and we'll talk about the benefits. So I just wanted to say, after you've watched this, make sure you get with whoever signed you up, whoever is the person that sponsored you. Let them know you've watched this, because now the next step is going to be talking about your own personal dreams and goals, and having us set up a very specific plan on how you're going to accomplish them and how we're going to help you with that. So you just joined an amazing team of individuals that works together to make sure that everyone succeeds to the level that they are willing and wanting to achieve. So hopefully you found this helpful and not too overwhelming. If you have any questions, feel free to get with the person who sponsored you also. But this hopefully will give you the introduction, and we look forward to working with you. Thanks all.
We'll talk to you later.